All right, welcome back, everybody. So, the first episode I did, I talked a lot about my professional background and the path that I took to get here. And today I want to share more about some of the defining beliefs and values that I have that shape me, not just as a physical therapist, a health professional, a fitness professional, but ideas that shape me as an individual and as a husband and a father, and just concepts that I continue to learn about myself and incorporate into my own work, which I think is really cool. I'm really grateful to have a career and a mission and an outlet for me to not only help others, but to also something that I'm very passionate about and something that really interests me. Like, I love learning about health and the human body and just how magnificent it is. It blows me away when I really think about how incredible the human body is. Like, when I really sit and think about it, it's just incredible. And so I want to talk about this idea of mind, body, and spirit all being connected and related to each other. Because when I was growing up, I didn't really fully understand what it meant to be healthy in the mind and healthy in the spirit. I grew up playing sports, so I knew what it was to work out and be active, and that came very naturally to me. I wasn't a professional by any means. I wasn't going to play college football or anything, but I was adept at physical activity. It came naturally to me. But when it came to the health of my mind and the health of my spirit, I really had to go through a lot of personal battles and struggles to learn what it meant to be emotionally healthy, mentally healthy, and spiritually healthy. Because all of those things are together and inseparable. They're all a network feeding off of each other, a continuous chain. Mind, body, spirit, your emotions, your thoughts, all of these things are very, very connected to each other. And there's no separating them. There's no way to separate the physical body from the health of your mind and spirit. And so, one of the biggest things that I have learned is emotional awareness and emotional intelligence. And I'll say historically, I've always been a very empathetic person. I've always been a very feeling type of person. Like, I feel things deeply and I feel the emotions of other people very easily. I'm very sensitive to others' emotions. And that has been something that I have pushed myself to develop and understand, because just like anything, having a lot of empathy and being sensitive that way can be a good thing, and it can also be a bad thing. And it's really learning to understand myself and what that looks like for me that has been one of the best practices that I continue to work on all the time. I am very open to learning and changing myself and my behaviors. I used to be very resistant to that. I used to be stubborn and not want to change. But now I'm at the point where if I learn something about myself or a new way of doing something or thinking, I am not wasting any more time, and I am doing my best to implement that change as soon as I can. Because I've just realized that life happens so quickly, and you can make dramatic changes in your life by doing simple things. The power of the mind, that's one of the biggest things that I've learned for sure, is the power of my thoughts and how that actually dictates my mood and the things that I want to do and the way that I move through life, the way that I thought about myself. I used to have really bad negative self-talk and really bad thought patterns that I would talk to myself and the things I would tell myself and the stories that I identified with and just all of the negative experiences that I have ever gone through, and I would just replay them in my mind constantly. And it was so unhealthy. It's so damaging. It's so exhausting to be fighting your own mind and fighting yourself all the time, criticizing yourself, second guessing yourself, doubting yourself. All of just, it's like being constantly bombarded and on guard by your own thoughts. Because our thoughts are so powerful, and that has been a big realization for me, is just understanding how powerful your thoughts are and having the ability to control your own thoughts. And man, if you had complete control over your thoughts, you could literally do anything. You could do anything, because our thoughts are what create our reality and the things that we think about. And when we visualize, we are creating our world that we live in right now, and the experiences that we have are created by our thoughts. It sounds crazy when you just think of it like, oh yeah, I can just think of something and it's going to become real. Like, you have to understand just how crazy the universe is. And yeah, things don't happen immediately, but everything is a frequency and a channel. We are just like channels. We're energetic channels, and our thoughts are controlling it's like the radio knob on a radio. It's the dial that is dialing our frequency in to either to give out. Our thoughts and our emotions give out a frequency, and in turn we attract that same frequency that we're putting out. That's why things like practicing gratitude, when you're in the energetic emotional state of gratitude, that is one of the most powerful emotions that we can feel, because gratitude is being thankful for right now, for the present moment. And learning how to control your present moment by having control over your thoughts, that is one of the strongest, most meaningful skills that anybody can develop. And that is something that I have definitely put a lot of time and effort into changing and refining. And I'm constantly refining my self-talk and my thoughts. And it is really important. I have read a lot of influential books. One of the most influential books I've ever read was The Power of Now and A New Earth. And it talks about your thoughts and how you're actually not the voice inside your head. You're the awareness of that voice. Like, we are a soul that has the ability to think thoughts, but we become so identified with our thoughts that we think, like, we believe everything that we tell ourselves. We believe everything going on in our minds, but we're the ones telling it. So why would you tell yourself negative things? Why would you constantly beat yourself up? You're the one actually in control of your thoughts. And that is that's just a very empowering thing to know, that we are the ones in control, not our minds. So the health of the mind, the health of the emotional health of yourself, like, these things are so influential to your overall essence, your overall being. Like, physical health is just one aspect of it. And what's really cool is improving your physical health will help those other areas too. Like, if your physical health is an area you're struggling with, and then you also have mental health, emotional health, all these other things, getting active is one of the best things you can do to just start turning everything around, just starting to improve everything when you just incorporate consistent physical activity and exercise. So yeah, everything is connected. The mind, the body, and the spirit, they're all connected. And it's a never-ending journey. It's a never-ending journey to continue to understand yourself and who you are as a person. And we have so many layers to peel back. And we all are dealing with generational, familial patterns that we're trying to break. We're trying to break free from generational curses and patterns. And it's tough. It's very tough. But it all starts in your mind. I'm a huge believer in that. Our lives are dictated by the quality of our thoughts and the control that we have over our minds, because our minds are powerful, our bodies are powerful, and our spirit is powerful. Being connected with God I have gone on and off in that personally. Personally, my connection with God has been fluctuating. I grew up going to church with my mom and then actually not liking it, not wanting to go. Got back into a church again in like 2019 and started getting really serious again. But, just had some tough experiences there, and then was really turned away from that church. And now I'm seeing and feeling that when I truly take time every day to connect with God and pray and just feel his presence, I'm just understanding now what it really means to have a relationship with God, to really seek him out and not just walk through the process. And it has been a journey, and I'm not perfect. Hell no. I struggle to get it right all the time. But I now feel more supported and protected when I seek out God and when I seek to live a life that is righteous. And that's the spirit. That's the spirit, because there is something that is bigger than all of us here. There is something that connects us all together, and that is the spirit. That is God. That is the creator of the universe and everything in it. We are all God's children. We are all connected by the spirit. Everything's connected. It's all connected. Mind, body, spirit. All connected. I'll catch y'all next time.